Welcome back to the Pioneer post-game report on the Pioneer Sports Network. I'm joined with head coach of the Pioneers, Hannah Barrett. Coach, congrats. Another 5-set thriller. This seems to be a common theme in our wins this year.
Yep.
I don't know what the ingredient may be, but let's talk about tonight. You come into this match, first off, you guys had a long trip to Hartsville on Friday night, all right? Your team came in tonight. You played a tough, scrappy Mars Hill team that they were hungry for a win. And you guys did a phenomenal job keeping your poise. And we talked about, this is a young team and they continue to get better and better each game. What do you think has been the key in keeping your team from where they were at September to the level they're playing at right now and being able to come home on your home floor, take Mars Hill to 5 and win the match?
Just talking about consistency and really working in practice every day on how we be consistent. And, we didn't do the best job tonight at the net, but our backcourt defense really stepped up and did a phenomenal job. And, it started with Taylor doing a good job from a defensive standpoint in the jersey. And, both DSs that came in, Maggie and Mia, did a phenomenal job. And then obviously Tori doing a good job at right back as well. And so even though we didn't do well at the net, coming back and just having different people step up at each point and giving them the confidence to know that they can do that. And that's something that we work on in practice every day. And, that's part of having a young team, is making sure each of them feel confident in every situation and just giving little bits of feedback. And, I talk to our pins a lot in between sets of, hey, this is what I want us to focus on this set, so that way they have the confidence and they're not overthinking like, oh, I got to do all these things to win. And so really just simplifying stuff. And, the last 3 games we've done a good job of that and continuing to be simple and then just be confident and then consistent. So those are the 3 things I would say we've worked on the most in practice the last week and a half.
You talk about it. Your back row was phenomenal tonight. They kept a lot of balls alive and kept a lot of possessions alive for you guys. But more impressive, I think, it seemed like anytime you guys maybe started getting a little predictable and where your offensive attack was coming from, you answered. Whether it was Jada Alvin on the right side, it was Carousel out of the middle, it was Grace coming in and waking up in 3 and 4 and really carrying the load on that outside. What do you have to say to your hitters who, again, like you said, a lot of them are young, and a lot of them, if they're not young, they're new for you in your system and what you do? What does that mean to them and for you to see where they're at right now and how they're playing?
Yeah, I think like at the end of the 4th set and even throughout the match, just continuing to talk about what's worked, and we can't go away from what's been working, and, making sure that they felt confident offensively of, hey, we worked on this in practice this week. This is what's going to help us score, and continuing to make sure that their mindset is set on that. And they're not thinking about, well, I have this, this, and this. Nope, just work on this. This is where I want you to swing. And so giving them little bits of feedback in between each point or in between a timeout or in between each set to make sure that, again, they feel confident and know that, okay, hey, even if they dig this ball, hey, we got to keep taking swings. And so in the 4th set, we kind of started tipping a lot and just calling a timeout of like, hey, we're tipping way too much against a team that tips a good amount, and they're ready for that. So just making sure that we take big swings, especially when the time presents itself. If we err, oh well, move on. But making sure they feel confident to take the swings and being able to be more offensive and making sure they have the confidence to do that.
So, Coach, your team's in a little bit of a rhythm now. You've got yourself a 3-game win streak, and you're back here on your home floor on Friday night against a tough Catawba team that's going to look to come in and keep their momentum going in their season. What do you think are some keys for you guys as you got a short turnaround to prepare for this team and to keep the energy and the things that you're doing right?
Again, just going back to being very simple. Catawba's a great team, and they have some good offensive weapons. And so just making sure that we do a steady job defensively in serve receive and from the service line. And we could have applied a little bit more service pressure tonight, which I thought we did well against Coker. And so we got to translate that and make sure that we do a better job on Friday night against a good Catawba team and make sure we have good service pressure. And again, just being very steady and very consistent. And so as long as we can do and handle things on our side of the net, that's all I can ask our team to do. So again, making sure that we're consistent and be confident into Friday's matches is what we're going to prep for.
Well, Coach, congratulations again. Tusculum takes this one in a 5-set thriller, 3-2 victory over the Mars Hill Lions. She's head coach Hannah Barrett. I'm Justin Chartrainer from the Pioneer Sports Network. Signing off, we thank you for tuning into the Pioneer Postgame Show. Good night, everybody.